folks, this is Louis Gins III, and this is another installment of the Cookbook Chronicles. Today we're going to be reviewing Pain Perdu, which is a French toast recipe out of the book The Best of New Orleans Cookbook, 50 Classic Cajun and Creole Recipes from the Big Easy. This is by Ryan Boudreaux. So let's get cooking. Recipe, we're going to be using 4 large eggs, 1 cup of milk, 1/2 cup of orange juice, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, a loaf of stale French bread cut into 8 slices. Okay, so the recipe calls for 8 slices of stale French bread. Today we're going to be using rolls. These rolls were donated by a family member, and we're going to be reusing them. I kept them in the refrigerator. They're a bit past their freshness date and perfect for this recipe. They're about 3-inch rolls, and they're cut into halves. Next, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter divided, a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. Now once again, this is another substitute. The recipe calls for 1 cup of Steen's pure cane syrup. We live in Arizona, and it's a bit tough to come by pure cane syrup. It is a syrup that's sold throughout the South, but out here in the West it is not as easy to come by. So what I'm going to be doing is using a 1/2 cup of honey and a 1/2 cup of molasses. We're going to mix those together and warm them up and serve them that way. Alright, so let's get cooking. Alright, we're going to mix together. You can really smell all of the ingredients. Orange juice, nice soft citrus flavor. The cloves are very present in this recipe. Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and flip these. You can see the mixture is definitely soaked through the bread. You just flip them over. Okay, we're going to leave these in a refrigerator for another 15 minutes. In a large skillet over medium heat, melt 1 tablespoon of the butter, we're going to add 4 saturated bread slices and brown for about 2 minutes. Okay, so we have let them cook for about 2 minutes. Give it a little press. Looks like we're just about done here on the first 4 pieces. So so they're nice and caramelized. And the cooking time really will depend on the size and thickness of your French bread, or whichever bread you decide to use. So cooking time might vary a little bit. Also, to taste, some folks might like their French toast, Pain Perdu, very light, and some may like it a little darker. So we're going to go ahead and take these off. And nice and golden brown. Really what you're looking for. You want to make sure that they're completely cooked through. Okay, so these have been cooking for about 2 minutes. I'm going to just check for doneness on the first side. Good. And really smell the vanilla extract and the ground cloves, especially the ground cloves. Cinnamon kind of all sort of just working together. Perfect complement to each other. That's the reason why this recipe works so well with all different kinds of bread, you know. The bread is just a carrier of the same mixes of flavor that you use. You know, the sugar, milk, orange juice gives it a little bit of a citrusy flavor. Smells great. Gonna let this cook for a little bit while longer, maybe another minute or so. Okay, so we're just about there, folks. Recipe is really showing its true nature. Alright, let's go ahead. And smell that sugar just caramelizing. And to serve, dust with the powdered sugar. Now the syrup. So for this recipe, I kind of had to ad-lib a little bit with a 1-to-1 mixture of molasses and honey. And you can see this is really dark, and that unmistakable smell is there with the molasses and that honey. So really, this looks really, really good. Alright, so now it's time to plate. That's really, really good. Everything comes together in this recipe perfectly. Crispy on the outside, warm and soft on the inside. All of these sweet, dry ingredients, mixing with the bread, along with the caramelization of the powdered sugar, it's a classic. So I'd like to go ahead and thank Ryan Boudreaux for his contribution to the show today. This is his bon review of French toast recipe from his book, The Best of New Orleans Cookbook. So thank you guys for joining us today. Have a great time and just keep on cooking. Thanks for visiting us today.